Hello, the Sherbster here, welcome back to the channel. I've recently completed my Let's Play of Kingdom Hearts 3, including taking on the secret boss and unlocking the secret ending. So the big question, after several years of waiting for this game to be released, was it worth it? So this is my personal review of Kingdom Hearts 3, so these are of course my personal opinions. Please do leave a comment with what you thought of the game as well. Of course, if you haven't yet completed the game, please be aware there will be spoilers. So in terms of story, by Kingdom Hearts standards, I felt they did a reasonable job of bringing this particular saga to a close. So there weren't any last minute curveballs. At the end of the game you're taking on Master Xehanort, who's armed with a Chi Blade. That was what I expected heading in, and thankfully that's what we got. Still left it open-ended though, in some ways, leaving it open for more story or potentially even more sequels, who knows. Also for me, the ending wasn't completely clear. One minute you've got Sora saying he's going to go chasing after Kairi to get her back using the power of Waking, and then we see a cutscene of them sitting together on one of the trees in Destiny Islands before Sora fades away. And how did we get to that point, and what's happened to Sora? For me, that's not clear, and of course there are theories out there, but I guess we'll never know. Or do we? In terms of the worlds, they felt pretty expansive, certainly by Kingdom Hearts standards in previous games, or at least it gives that feeling. I liked how certain areas like Thebes and Olympus, Twilight Town and the Kingdom of Corona didn't feel deserted like in other Kingdom Hearts games. By my count, only 3 of the 8 normal worlds were featured in previous games. While the new worlds were good, I'd have quite liked it if we'd gone back to some of the worlds from before, especially this late on in the saga. The new worlds were still good though. It would have been great if there'd been more worlds overall, but maybe I'm just being greedy. In terms of combat, my feeling on the normal combat was it was mostly good. It was back to the sort of faster paced Kingdom Hearts 2 style combos, rather than the sort of Kingdom Hearts 1 style, which featured in Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance. I thought it was a bit weird where you could have 3 Keyblades equipped at once. I could see where they were going with that, but for me it just felt a bit pointless. I've always felt like it should just be the one Keyblade, where you attach different keychains to it and that changes its form. I like the combination attacks with Donald, Goofy and other party members, depending on which world you were in. Not so sure about the attraction commands though, they often felt out of place, particularly like when you're in a big boss battle and suddenly able to get the pirate ship out. Also, didn't really like how the battle music often gave way for the more jovial music that played during these attraction commands. There were other forms of combat as well that didn't involve being on the ground, which weren't always good. Personally, I really disliked the ship fighting in the Caribbean. There's a big variety of mini-games that you could play to distract yourself from the normal story progression. I definitely like the open world gummy ship exploration, although it didn't take too long to find all of the treasure spheres. It felt like definitely more could be added here. And another one which was a bit random was the bistro cooking. I guess they had to get Ratatouille in there somehow. Some of the mini-games, I'll be honest, felt a little pointless. I wasn't sure what I thought at all of the dancing part of Kingdom of Corona in the story. In terms of post-game content, once you'd finished the story, I felt it was definitely lacking. The only thing they really seemed to add in was battle gates around the worlds, and then it culminated in the one secret boss in the game. This is purely combat focused, there's nothing else really added to that. It's not the first time Square Enix have done that. Final Fantasy 15 with your repetitive post-game dungeons, I'm looking at you. Of course, previous parts of the series had a final mix version, which often had tougher bosses and extra things added in. From what I've seen though, Nomura's made it sound like that sort of thing isn't going to happen this time, but there could be DLC around the corner, so I'd be interested to see what that could look like and what it adds into the story. I'm hoping it adds in a few of the extra things we'd like to see. Some extra secret bosses, for example, that add a bit more of a challenge. If someone like me, a fairly average player at Kingdom Hearts overall, is able to take out the one secret boss on his first attempt without doing any preparation, sort of suggests that the difficulty isn't that bad. I also found it a little bit weird that the recommended level for the final world in the game and the final part of the story was level 42. And personally, I completed it at level 39. That just seems really low to me. If I remember correctly, in Kingdom Hearts 1 there wasn't a recommended level, but I think you were well above level 42 at that point. In Kingdom Hearts 2 there were recommended levels for the world, and I'm pretty sure it was above 50. This is of course from memory, so please correct me if I'm wrong. Apart from the battle gates and the secret boss of course, there's not really much motivation for levelling up further, although of course there is the trophy for getting to level 99. So my overall verdict? I'm happy I played it, and I liked seeing what they did to bring the saga supposedly to a close. However, I'd rate the current version of the game just good, not amazing. There are definitely several aspects that could be improved and added in, and I'm hoping that DLC that's rumoured will address some of that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please do like and subscribe. Also, please do comment with what you thought of the game as well. Stay tuned for more Let's Plays and other content on the channel from myself and Cranky Kaz. So until then, see ya!